What is going on YouTube? David Hammond, beautiful Mother Nature, and today we are back in the car with the laptop. We are doing an editing tutorial, okay? Now this one's big, guys. This is something I really honestly wish I knew when I first started editing photos, because it would have saved me so much time and stress, okay? We're speaking of how to improve or speed up your workflow, okay? Your photo editing workflow. So Lightroom techniques or little tricks or tips or whatever that can just speed it up quick, okay? This is what I wish I knew in the beginning, and it's what I do now, which helps me honestly probably hours. It takes hours off my editing flow. I grabbed about 300 photos from a past shoot I did, and from beginning to end, we're gonna go through them. So I'm going to really show you my workflow, what I do now, and give the tips as we go on. All right, so let's hop on over to Lightroom. All right, so guys, we are here in Lightroom right now. We have 238 photos for the sake of keeping this tutorial somewhat short. What we're gonna do is I pressed Command A to click all the photos, and this is gonna bring me to our first tip, guys. This is the most important tip. It is to build standard sized previews. Now basically what this is gonna do in my eyes is it almost creates a dummy version, or it kind of brings down the photo itself to create almost like a test version or like a prototype version of that photo, so you can edit that photo very, very quickly, and then when you export it, it brings all of the quality back. It's kind of like making proxy files in Final Cut Pro. Like if you're shooting in 4K, you need to kind of dummy that down a little bit to then edit it so it just doesn't freeze your laptop. So what we're gonna do is Command A, click all the photos, then we are gonna go up to Library, Previews, Build standard sized previews. Now this can initially take 5 to 10 minutes, you know, maybe even a bit more, but it's worth it. Again, what it's doing is it's building those standard sized previews. So what this is going to allow you to do is as you scroll through each photo, it's going to be so much faster. You're not going to wait for that little loading bar, you know, for like 15 seconds of photo. It'll be maybe like 1 second. So much faster. Now guys, the second tip is to build or to add photos to a quick collection. Now I know this may sound very, you know, like I already knew this, why are you telling me this? But it's the process of doing this. It's the process of making selects and slowly narrowing down our photos to our final selects through almost like a funnel, okay? So I'm actually gonna do this right now with you. So straight to it, guys. We have our photos. So you can see how much faster it is already just by building the standard size previews. So much faster. We're gonna go through and press B. That is to put it into a quick collection. That's gonna be we're gonna make our first select, or we're gonna cut the bad ones out. All right, so let's just do this. Boom. I pretty much go off instinct. You know, it's like instant, what do I like, what I don't like. Don't get too caught up in like taking too long with this. Just go through the photos, which ones you like, which ones you don't. Go off your gut initially, you know what I mean? All right, so we got some Langley ones. Yeah, that's cool. I like that one. That one's cool. You can always go back and do this again, but eventually you'll just do it quick, all right? That one's cool. Oh, I like these ones. Right, so I'm gonna add this, and I'm pressing B every time we go, and that's bringing the photos to that first round of selects. Alright, so I don't even like any of these ones, so I'm just going to skip right through them. Let's go to here. Don't even like those. No, those waterfall ones don't like. Okay, I remember I like some of these. And you're going to instinctively remember which photos you do like, which ones you don't. So if you don't like them, don't even bother going through each individual one. Just skip through the, you know, the 20 or the 50 or however much it was, okay? There we go. We got one there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't need any more from here because I remember I didn't like those. Okay, here we have the waterfall. I'll take one of there. Take maybe one from that way, just a little differently. Take one there. The rest look the same. Okay, this one's a bit closer. I'll take one there. And yeah, maybe one there, okay? Yeah, and the rest look the same. What's this? Okay, maybe I'll take one there. Okay, boom, we got that. So now back in Lightroom, we have previous import. Let's go to quick collection, just like I said. Now we have, ignore this Iceland photo here. We have all of our photos right there. So out of the 238, we now made our first round of selects. We have a total of 24. So we went from 238 to 24 like that, all right? Literally that fast. This is real time as I'm doing this. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our second round of selects. I usually do this about 3 times before I begin to edit them, okay? So photo, now you're actually gonna take out more, okay? I don't like that, 200 exposed. That's 2 the same. I don't like that one. Don't like that. Don't like that. Looking away. That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. Now guys, keep in mind I already have edited these photos in the past. I'm just doing this again. Nope. Too repetitive. No. Alright, so second round of selects done. We went from 24 to 12. I'm probably just going to keep these 12 right now. Keep in mind, I only had 238 photos. If I initially had maybe 1,000 photos, I may make 3 or 4 rounds of selects opposed to 2. I had a short batch, alright? So, we have that. Now let's, with these photos, click develop. We're actually going to begin to edit them, okay? Now, this is going to bring me to my third tip, guys, and this is to make a base preset, okay? This is something that, really what I mean by a base preset is, after you edit your photos for 6 months or a year, however long it is, you're going to start to build a style, okay? So what we're going to do with this base preset is build that style, create a preset of it, so you can just paste it to every single photo, okay? And why I say base preset is because it's not the full one, okay? So base may be something like this. I already have one made. Right here. You know what? I'm just going to apply mine right here. So I'm going to click base preset to this, okay? Now, what this did though, and how I made my own was, if you can look down here, the little things like grain, like, you know, vignetting, things like, you know, enable profile corrections, maybe adding some sharpness, what else? Little things like the tone curve, adding a bit of crushed blacks and clipped whites, little things like that, I put into a preset, so initially when I click that base preset, all that's already done. So what I can do is just work with what I want to. So for that, it will be things like this: the blacks, whites, shadows, highlights, you know, vibrance, saturation, exposure. So it already cut that photo in half like that, okay? That's gonna bring me now to the, what is that? The fourth, I think that's the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth tip, guys, and that's to create a full preset. So leading on to the base preset, it's really just a preset that you're gonna apply to every photo that you really edit your photos in that sense. Now, I'm not saying it has to be the end-all be-all preset, but it's something that you add which you can then either leave or just little tiny tweaks here and there, okay? So let's reset, take away that base preset, because the full preset already has the base preset in it. There's the base preset and there's the full preset, if that makes sense. The base is already in the full, okay? So I am going to add my full preset to this photo. Boom. Now, what that did was it already edited everything up the base preset did, except more. So now it also edited up this stuff: exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, maybe saturation, things like that. So either I'm going to say the photo's done here, or I now may begin to edit it. Now keep in mind, guys, your base and full preset, A, is probably going to be named different. That's just what I named it. And B, it's probably going to be different. That's perfectly fine. You're trying to find your kind of style with how you edit photos and just quickly add that to photos. You can tweak it as you go, okay? So we have our base preset. I may make some very, very simple adjustments, like the shadows look too strong. I may bring that up a little bit. I may bring up exposure to 40. That's a bit much, actually. 25, bring down blacks a little bit. Bring down highlights a little bit. Boom. There, photo done. Like that. Done. Now, the fifth and final tip, guys, is to just copy that exact edit you did to that photo and just apply it to batches, okay? This is something I didn't do in the beginning, and I didn't know why, okay? So what I mean by batches is, see these 4 photos down here? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a batch, okay? Being the exposure's the same for the most part, the composition's the same. That's just a batch of photos you took in one, you know, just, you know what I mean? So we're just simply, instead of, you know, editing each one, we're just gonna copy the edit I did to one and just apply it to all of them, because you don't want to individually do that. And how to do that, you know, most of you guys may know this or not. We have it edited, we're going to press copy. We're going to click everything we want, which is for the most part most things, right? I may take things away like graduated filters and stuff. Pretty much everything, copy. We're going to go to the second photo from that batch, and we are just going to click paste. Done. That photo is done. I will do that to the batch. That's it. Make little tweaks. Those 4 photos are done. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with all the other photos. So as an example, let me do one more, okay? Because there's no need to edit 12 photos in front of you guys. You understand the workflow. That's really it. Like, that is it. It will speed it up 10 times. Let's go to, all right, let's do one of Adri right here, okay? So we have one of Adri. Now, here's the next thing. Why would you want a full preset versus a base preset? Why not just always have the full preset? And this is what I'm actually gonna do. I'm only gonna apply the base preset. The reason I do that is because some photos I can tell that they're gonna look good with the full preset, because I know how I've built that preset. I know which ones look good with it, like that waterfall one. Some photos, will not look that good with it. So in that case, I'll apply my base preset and take the extra step to really dial in my my edits. Does that make sense? So I'm just gonna apply my base preset. Boom. And now let's do it ourselves. So let's bring down blacks a little bit, bring up whites a good amount, because again, it was way too underexposed. Shadows is way too underexposed. Bring up exposure, let's bump that boy up to like at least, you know, let's go 35. Contrast will bring that up to around, you know, 30. Highlights, bring that down a little bit. Blacks down a little bit. And before, after. That's a rough, quick edit, you know what I mean? Boom, okay, so that's it. What am I gonna do now? Because I have 2 other photos in that batch, I'm gonna click copy, boom, go to the next ones, and just press paste. Boom. That simple. I may make little tweaks here and there. But guys, that is the end of the video. My laptop is getting super loud. I'm gonna turn that off. Okay. Shush, shush, shush. Guys, that is the end of the video. I really hope that helped. This is something I honestly wish I knew when I first started editing photos, because I can't tell you how many times I literally sat down and just like completely avoided editing the photos because I knew how long it would take. Like I didn't even want to think about it. Now I can edit, you know, 1,000 photos in like 40 minutes, something like that. That may seem like a long time. Believe me, man, it probably would have taken like 3 hours, okay? 4 hours. So I hope that really helped you guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions and like, you know, and how I did that, maybe I didn't clarify something that well, comment down below, let me know, you know, I'll answer right away. And yeah, that's it. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys are new here, my name's David. I do videos all on outdoor photography and videography, and would love to have you guys as a part of the fam. So that's it. Beautiful Mother Nature. I will see you guys in the next one. I appreciate you all. Much love. Peace.